stories of these struggles are not told in American schools or in American textbooks. Most Americans, even workers today, have never learned that history. For instance, I was in Lawrence, Massachusetts a few years ago. I found that the people in Lawrence, Massachusetts did not know about the history of that strike.
Crushed revolts and forgotten victories.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Well, that's enough for today. Now for a lively lift. Ice cold
Crack.
There's no waistline worry with
Crack.
No. Actually, this
Rock cocaine.
has no more calories than half a grapefruit. Another thing, the cold, crisp taste of
Rock cocaine.
is so satisfying, it keeps me from eating something else that might really add those pounds.
Crack.
It's a natural, wholesome blending of pure food flavors. I guess that's why everyone likes the refreshing new feeling you get, only from not too sweet.
It's crack. Rock cocaine.
And no wonder. Lively, lifty
Cocaine.
provides a welcome bit of quick energy between meals. Makes for a pleasant pause in a day.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
If the modest success in Lawrence had been forgotten by history, it's because for the ruling class, it set a very bad example. 1914, Ludlow, Colorado. 11,000 coal miners worked here with J.C. Rockefeller Jr. Immigrants of all different origins, Greek, Italians, Serbs, as well as African Americans. The work was dangerous and the wages were low. The miners decided to organize, hoping to obtain better working conditions. But a union representative was shot down by the company's militia. So the miners went on strike. They received a visit from Mother Jones. At 80 years old, she was wanted by police all over the U.S. She was able to arrive secretly in Ludlow. She aided the strikers until she was arrested, imprisoned, and thrown out of the state of Colorado. Then, Rockefeller hired a private militia. They were armed with rifles and machine guns. The Colorado National Guard was then called in.
It's been historically true that when the government has been in trouble, it has used military action, intervention elsewhere as a way of trying to solve the domestic crisis, the economic crisis. And this has happened at other times in American history, especially if there is a great opposition in the country which threatens the establishment. One way of dealing with the opposition is by going to war. And when you have a war atmosphere, you're in a position to suppress the opposition. That's what happened in the First World War. Before the First World War, there was a powerful socialist movement in this country and a radical trade union movement, the IWW. But when the government went to war, when Wilson took us into the European War, it would create an opportunity for him to crush the socialist movement and the IWW.
In 1914, while the miners were being shot down in Ludlow, the First World War broke out. 9 million men in the prime of their lives died in the mud of the trenches. Farmers, workers, and others. Another 20 million more people died after the war from subsequent epidemics. France alone counted 1,400,000 killed or missing in action.
You know, this was me 5 years ago, and it's still me. Because I confess I'm a waistline watcher from way back.